Hi guys, thanks for tuning into the Scan Tool Network. In this video, we're going to be taking a closer, in-depth look at the iCarsoft CR Pro Plus kit. We're going to be taking a look at all of the product features, all of the product functions, and you can work out from this video whether this tool is going to be a good match for your specific needs and your specific circumstances. Now, later on in the video, I'm going to be exposing an unknown secret about this tool as well. It's a secret which can end up saving you a lot of money in the long run, so make sure you stick around for that. If you are interested in this tool, I'm going to pop a link in the description below this video. There are fakes, there are clones on the market, and they can damage your vehicle, so it's not worth going down the fake or clone route. Make sure you stick to the genuine and official product. Let's go and take a look at this kit inside the vehicle. So what exactly is the CR Pro Plus? Well, it's a multi-vehicle, multi-system, multi-service function tool which works on a wide range of vehicles. So previously, in previous years, you may have had to take your vehicle to a garage in order to get a certain service or function carried out. Well, this tool here puts the power into your hands. And one thing that you should know about this tool, about the level of diagnostics that you'll get, this tool matches the level of diagnostics in a much higher priced tool, and I'll come to that further in the video. So where to buy this tool? Well, if you are interested in buying this tool, as I mentioned earlier, please make sure you use the links in the description below, because that will take you to the genuine and official product. This tool is currently retailing at, I think it's like either $295 or $299, but the price may fluctuate depending on what time you're watching this video, because you know the markets can go up and down, and so can the prices, unfortunately. But that might work in your favor if the price comes down. So about just under £300, I would say. How is it powered? Well, the power, it comes to this unit via the OBD2 port, via the battery of this particular vehicle. So if I was to unplug this, then the power would completely turn off. So you don't need to worry about internal batteries or charging it or anything like that. Every time you plug this into the vehicle, this screen will light up. So it just makes life that little bit easier for everybody. So when it comes to manufacturers covered, well, we'll have a look at this. So we click into the actually, can you hear this beeping? There's a slight beep every time you press the button. You can get rid of that. I'll just show you how to do that quickly. Go down to buzzer and just click the off button. Right. So if we go into diagnostics, and what this is going to do is present us with a big list of manufacturers. So I'll just scroll through this just so you get an idea of the manufacturers that are covered. And it does cover some high-end stuff like Ferrari, Maserati, Bugatti, Porsche, Lamborghini, if you are lucky enough to own those. But obviously it does all of the general run-of-the-mill vehicles like the BMW, Mini, Land Rover, Audi, VW, Peugeot, Citroen, Saab, Volvo, Renault, you name it. It does all of that stuff. As you can see, I'm just scrolling through here. Okay, so we're back to the start there. And then when we come to each specific vehicle, what systems does it cover? Well, each vehicle has its own unique set of systems. So whatever you press here will depend on what you see on screen next. But in this particular, what you can assume is that in every single vehicle, it will allow you to diagnose all of the systems which are available, okay? But the list that you see will differ from vehicle to vehicle. So I've selected the Audi vehicle here, or the Audi manufacturer. And a quick thing to do is you can either select your vehicle manually. You can see we've got 56 in a list here, or you can just click on VIN identify, F1 OK, and it'll automatically find the vehicle. In fact, this time it's telling us VIN unidentified. If I look at that again, there we go. Just press the wrong button. There we go. So F1 OK, there we go. It's found the vehicle there. Just simply press the wrong button. So you can do an automatic scan of all of the systems in the vehicle, or if you know which systems you want to diagnose, which we do in this case, just click onto control unit, and then it's going to give us a big long list of all the systems. So here we see one of 88, so potentially we can diagnose 88 systems in this specific vehicle. The two systems that we're interested in is the engine and the airbag. So we've got the glow plug, flashing glow plug light in this vehicle. That falls under the engine category, so I'm just going to go into the engine fault system, read fault code, and it's giving us one fault code here: fuel injector cylinder 1 open circuit, and the fault code is P123700. So if you wanted more information on that, then just pop this information into a Google search engine and it will give you a lot more information as to what you probably need to do. We needed to put a new fuel injector into this vehicle, so what we can do now is just click on to read fault memory, clear fault memory. Click F1. When I do this, just keep an eye on the flashing glow plug engine light. Erase operation done, and now we have the stopped flashing glow plug light. And it's exactly the same for the airbag system, so we'll go down to the airbag system. We found a loose connection underneath the passenger seat. So you got front passenger side airbag igniter resistance too high. And then what we do is we just click on clear fault. We plugged it back in, clear fault memory, and when I do this, keep an eye on the airbag light. Erase operation done, and the airbag light has gone. So that's an example of what you can expect to see when you get a fault code, and those are the systems that it covers. I mean, like I say, it covers all systems within the vehicle, so it's going to cover engines, airbags, ABS, transmission, and everything else, you name it. Okay. What about the special functions? So these are sometimes called service functions or special functions, and this is a list of all of the special functions or service functions that it will cover. So it'll do oil resets, electronic park and brake, open and close the calipers, new battery registration, electronic throttle control, calibration, steering angle sensor calibration, DPF regeneration and reset, ABS brake bleeding, injector coding, TPMS reset, suspension calibration, air conditioning, headlamp calibration, stability, engine, transmission adaptation, airbag resets, seat and windows adjustments, fuel pump prime, air filter adjustment, engine idle, immobilizer keys, and miscellaneous. Don't take too much of that because it's not going to do your key programming, unfortunately. And there is a miscellaneous depending on which vehicle that you have. So you can select like BMW, for example, and then it will do a lot more functions that are sort of more specific to those vehicles. But it's going to ask me to go into a specific vehicle, which I don't have, unfortunately, for the purpose of this video. What about live data? Does it give live data? It does give live data. If we go back into the diagnostics, if we go back to Audi, we go select our manufacturer as a vehicle again. I'm just going to give you a quick example of the types of live data that we can get. Let's go read the VIN. Okay. So if we go back to, say, for example, the engine system, go back in here and you see where it says view data. There's like so many sets of live data that you can get for each system, and it's going to take a few seconds here for all of this to load, but that's 200 there, for example. So many different sets of information. You do your EGR live data, your DPF live data, all of your fuel trims, your MAF, your map sensor readings. There's so many different like types of readings you can get. On this one as well, you can either go in and check the genuine ECU mileage. So if you are concerned that maybe your vehicle has been clocked, then you can check the genuine mileage from the ECU to make sure it matches the mileage from the speedometer. I'm just trying to find that. It's probably going to take me a lot longer than the time I've got in this video, but it'll be something like vehicle distance driven. I do apologise, I'm probably not going to be able to find it, but it is there definitely. I'll probably do a separate video on that because it is quite a really good feature to have. A couple more pages. No, we're not going to find it. Like I say, there's so many different, we've got like 200 on each of these, so there's potentially up to 800 sets of live data. Is it a touch screen? It's not a touch screen. You need to use the buttons on the side, which are really easy to use. And when it comes to updates are free for life. Okay, all you need to do is download some software onto your PC or laptop and then plug this tool into your PC or laptop. You can see there's like a USB connection there, so one end goes in there, the other end goes in your PC or laptop, and then you can do download the updates to this scan tool. So it'll download new updates, new vehicles, new system coverage and things like that. Updates, as I say though, they are free for life, so bear that in mind. How does it compare to a tool like the CR Max? And this is really important actually, because this tool here, it has everything, and it does everything that the iCarsoft CR Max will do. So all of the software on board this tool is the same as what you would get from the iCarsoft CR Max. The only real difference is that the CR Max tool is more of a tablet-based package, whereas this is primarily just a scan tool. So with the tablet, obviously you can download other apps, you can surf the internet on it. With this, it's just a scan tool. But one of the main differences is this is cheaper. So as I say, this is just under £300. iCarsoft CR Max is going to be, it's about $370. It's soon going to be $380, so it's going to be a little bit more expensive soon. Just the prices of everything are going up, unfortunately. But if you are interested in getting the CR Max cheaper, then this is the one to go for, because it does everything that the CR Max does. Okay, help and support, just contact the people that you bought it from. They'll give you help and support. They'll have quick links to the iCarsoft manufacturers. You can print faults. It just means you've got to record what you're doing, and then you can click on the review button here, and that will take you through to where you can save the data, take it from the SD card. You've got to transfer it from the SD card to the computer. So it is a little bit of a long way of doing things, but it can be done if you really wanted to do it. When it comes to languages, you can get different languages on here. So these are 15 different languages. There we go, just going to stick with the English language. It does come with the box instructions and 2 cables, one for the vehicle, one for the computer. Is this tool suitable for anybody who has had little or no experience? And I would say 100% yes. If you've never used a scan tool before, you don't really know how to use a scan tool, I would say this will definitely do you good. It's very easy to use. You follow an on-screen sort of menu system, and it's very difficult for you to go wrong or do anything that you shouldn't be doing. It does bi-directional tests, actuation tests, so you can test things if motors are working, like for windows, for doors, for any different sort of components within the vehicle. I'm just going through a list here, so if you wanted to select your specific vehicle, you can, or you can just do the VIN test. The other icons on the vehicle, let's have a look now. There are a few other icons there that could maybe show you before we end the video. So we've looked at that. This one here is a quick link into OBD2, so if you wanted to just quickly diagnose an engine fault, this one option here would do it. We've talked about review, that just records the data that you are doing on screen, so if you wanted to print it off or review it at a later time. Voltage from the battery, it just gives you current maximum and minimums from this reading and live data, so you can see it's fluctuating quite a bit there. You can also see that in like waveform. You can also see all of the live data that we looked at earlier in waveform as well, so if that was interesting for you, then it's worth having a look at. So we'll come out of that. DTC, so if you wanted to check a specific fault code, you just pop it in here, and then it'll show you what it means, a specific meaning for it. Setup, we've had a quick look at that. You can change the beeping, the language, clear the data. Help, which is just gives you a bit of information about what is OBD2. It gives you like basic information if you wanted to sort of learn a little bit about how diagnostics work. And about gives you the serial numbers, the software numbers for the specific kit and the specific manufacturers that are on here. So each manufacturer has its own like unique software version, so it tells you what software version it's running. And there we go. So that is the iCarsoft CR Pro Plus, should I say, not to be confused with the CR Max. But if you are interested in this kit, as I say, I'll pop the links in the description below this video. and you make sure you use those links because they will take you to the genuine and official product. Delivery is generally going to be about 1 to 2 working days, and I think that is about it. I'm sure there are lots of things that I've missed off. There's so much that I could show you with this tool, but honestly those videos would have to be a few hours long, and the purpose of this video is just to really show you a short sort of video on how the tool works, what it looks like, what it can do, and then when you get it in your hands you'll be able to sort of explore these details into much greater depth. Okay, thanks for watching guys, and I hope this helps.